Hi everyone, I'm Kathy. I am John's wife and I'm filling in for him today. I went yard sailing by myself without John. He's up in the mountains doing some work, so I felt like it was my duty to keep the momentum going. So John has not seen any of this stuff yet. He knows I went and he told me I could do this video. I'm going to try to do the layout the way John does. No promises, I'll do my best. But I did do what John does. I wrote everything down that I bought. I spent a total of about $75 over the course of the 2 days, and I think I did pretty well. I think conservatively, I think we've got over $1,000 worth of inventory. So let me go ahead and spread it out, and I'll do my best to show you what I got and what I estimate it to be. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, let me get the bulky stuff out of the way first. I picked up this vintage Magnavox DVD all-in-one TV set, and that cost $5 at this one sale. And they said it works, and I didn't test it at the time, but I've seen some of the folks here on YouTube that do pretty well with some of these vintage electronics, and at very least we can certainly sell it at the flea market if we should do another flea market this fall, and I think we will based on our success this spring. All right, so that was one thing, and that's kind of a wild card. You never know with that, but it does work. I didn't even know what this was. It looked pretty beat up to me, but the guy told me it was some sort of grease, some sort of assembly grease. Well, actually it says that right on the container. But it's all sealed, and so I'm thinking, and that was $5 for the entire box. And I haven't even counted it all out yet, but I know there's several hundred in there. And I've seen some of these go on eBay for like $7 each. We may wind up just throwing it all into a flat rate box and selling it off for one money, but that should sell pretty well. Don't know for how much, but it should sell. So this Thermacell mosquito repellent lantern, I saw one brand new one just sold recently for $30. So with that and refills and a little, I don't know, an additional Thermacell, looks like a little handheld thing, we ought to be able to get $40 for that. John tends to see a lot of maintenance manuals, so when I saw these, I thought, oh, he might want me to get those. So I asked the woman how much they were, and she said $1, so I wasn't even going to check and see what they're selling for, if they're selling at all. But I think I did okay with my $1, because 1/3 or a more recent edition of these we're selling for $28 for these two books in the 3rd edition. This is the 2nd, and the Power Plant 3rd edition is selling for $15. So I'm guessing for $25 we can probably do okay with those 2nd editions. This is not for sale, but I picked it up because we do live in hurricane country, and this is a battery operated fan. I think it takes about 8 D cells. And to me, that's a good fan to have here. Nice little battery operated fan that should give me a little bit of relief if the power should go out. So that was part of the $47 lot. Can't go wrong with that. They cost about $20 in the store. I can't resist picking up lots of DVDs, which I did. And there's a lot of titles in here that, while they may not be eBayable, they'll probably sell at the flea market, and so they were in good condition, so I picked those up. All right, so these 7 fishing shirts are all size large. Field and Stream, Redhead, Columbia, another Redhead. This Redhead is new with tags. Real Legends, Natural Gear, and Super Bonehead Columbia. This Columbia is a little more used. The tag is not great. But all 7 of these I paid $5 for. And I think that those, realistically, when I talk to John, we can probably get about $50 for them as a lot, all one size. And I was pretty happy with that. I don't think I display things quite as well as John does, but hey, that's what I got at that one. Okay, I also picked up a few t-shirts. I didn't do as well as I had hoped, But a couple of things, just some shirts John says we don't do really well with, Red Sox, and some of these racing shirts are probably not much to speak of. But this unusual looking t-shirt is made by a company called Billionaire Mafia, and I found a similar one going for $20. I found the Billionaire Boys Club one that also goes for about $20 to $30, a similar one. And the Batman Joker t-shirt, probably, I don't know, maybe $10, $15. Couldn't find any of this Nightmare Before Christmas. And I couldn't find any of these Slytherin, official Harry Potter. But, when I see that it is an official brand and it's in good shape, I'll pick it up. And then an official Star Wars Christmas, I can feel your presence, t-shirt. Threw that into the lot, and then a Browning t-shirt that I threw into the lot. So, again, nothing special with the t-shirts, but certainly worth something. I also picked up a few hats that day because I know how much John likes hats, and I just went for some clean ones, just took a chance, and I did not do very well. I didn't do as well as John did. I thought for sure there would be somebody looking for the USS Scamp, the decommissioning crew cap. We'll give it a try anyway, but I couldn't really find anything on these, nothing special. So if John doesn't want to sell them on eBay, we'll probably bring them over to the flea market. Except for this one, I think I did okay on this Dale Earnhardt 7-time NASCAR champion hat. I saw a similar one going for about $20. So, hey, I'll be happy with that. And again, part of the $47 lot, so you couldn't really go wrong, and it was worth a gamble. All right, now I'm going to show you the cassette tapes that I got at that yard sale. All, again, part of that $47 lot. And it's really worth taking the time, as John will tell you, to separate these out by type, because there are customers for specific types of tapes. And I don't really understand why, but people like certain types of tapes, I guess. And we send a considerable amount of these to Japan especially. Again, I don't really know why. But that's another reason to use the global shipping program that eBay has. I want to show you a couple of things that I could not find first. These appear to be pretty rare. I couldn't find them. Triple Play, Centron, there's a whole bunch of them, as you can see, in packages. And they got these cute little posters, and so we'll see what we can do with those. And same goes for these Centrons. I don't know much about them and couldn't find much about them, so we'll call that our little wild card for today. All right, I looked up and lotted these, and I'll show you the highlights. For example, these C90s, just as they sit, all sealed except for this top one, I think we can get about $100 for this lot. Evidence shows that they're selling for about that much in that quantity. And they are from 1982. It helps to put the date on it, by the way, and you can find the date on the back, usually. And this little grouping of TDK SA90s, looking like about $75 worth here. These TDK 8090s, another $75 or thereabouts. These Sony HF 90s, nothing special, $20 to $25 for those. $50 looks like for these Scotch CX90s. These are 1988. And then this, a similar lot of these Scotch XS290s, a similar lot sold for $100. And so that we will sell in one large lot as well. These Maxell UDS 2s, about $100 right there. So that's not bad. And then there's a couple of other Maxell lots I have here. The LN90s, looking like they might be a little rare, and looking about $50 plus or minus. Another $30 for these Maxell UD90s. And then about $80 for these UD XL2s, also Maxell. About $10 a piece. And we might wind up lotting a couple of these smaller lots together and see how that goes. Then don't pass up when you see things like this, these vintage, obviously vintage cassette tapes. Pick them up, because they're not going to be expensive at a yard sale, and you just never know. I'm thinking we might be able to get $50 out of that. And then this little guy, this TIAC CRC90. I couldn't believe it, but I found one that sold for $40 plus or minus. And then this Fuji, which might go into another lot. But I just wanted to show you why it's certainly worth your time to separate these types of things out, and definitely keep your eyes open for this type of stuff. It's easy to list and easy to ship. All right, then I thought I would have done better on the sealed VHS T 120-minute tapes, but nothing special here. This particular lot, because they're all the same, these Memorex 120s, probably $40 to $50 if I sell those as one lot. The others, everything seems to be averaging $3 to $5 a piece if and when they sell. Some of them are pretty generic, but no big deal. What we'll probably do, John will have to advise me on this, but we'll probably put them together as one large lot, maybe just sell them all together. Since I counted them, it's probably just about $100 plus or minus in the VHS tapes. But again, this was part of the $47 lot, so I'm not unhappy about that. And you know how much John and I love new old stock, and we found some of these Rejuvenex. They're an anti-aging or a healthy aging cream. They do not appear to be in production anymore. It appears to be a discontinued item. And we couldn't really find any, not on eBay. I did find some listings from some time ago for about $30 a jar, and they're brand new and they don't appear to be expired, so we'll give them a shot. This is kind of cool, also part of the nice $47 lot. This is a 3.4 fluid ounce sealed Abril perfume. I think it's a Spanish perfume, yes, Seville, Victorio and Lucchino, perhaps. And I saw one sell a similar one for about $100 and a very small one for a little less, like $60. But the only thing with this is we have to ship it ground because it is considered flammable, and then we have to label it ORMD, which is a hazmat designation or a hazardous materials designation. No big deal. I think we'll be able to sell that without any problem. I can't tell you how many people, including myself, walked by this little Felix the Cat dish. I don't know why. And I finally said, you know what? I'm building up this big lot and it's not going to cost anything. So I threw it in there. And sure enough, it goes for $20 plus or minus. This Sundari, couldn't find any. It's a body scrub, a neem and date oil body scrub. I couldn't find any on eBay, but I found reference to a similar item for about $40 plus or minus. A little silver locket or stamped silver 925, and the clasp is stamped 925, so threw that in. And then this, I said, how much for this? And they asked their mother or somebody, how much for the martini glass? It's a cute little nut dish, and $1, and we'll pick up weighted sterling for $1 every day of the week. It's clearly marked weighted sterling. So John's probably going to want to break that apart and just stash the silver. I don't know yet. It's kind of cute though. And then this Oleo Carly, it's a apron and towel set, probably was a promotional, and I couldn't find any in this name because it is now known as Fratelli Carly. Anyway, I thought it was cute and just again tossed in the lot with everything else, and probably get it with $20 for that. I anticipate that being able to sell. And finally, out of that big old lot, I was hoping that these would fit our refrigerator, the refrigerator filters, pure H2O. They do not. However, they do sell for about 20 bucks, 15 to 20 each. So I'm going to put them online for probably about $40, including shipping. We'll see. And then, of course, you can't, when people are just saying, yeah, just take it, take it, take it, it's hard to resist. So, of course, I threw in some toilet paper, because you just can't have enough of that, right? And they were getting rid of some organic tomato paste, so I threw that in the box. And then this raw honey that's local to us, it was made up in just outside the Daytona area. And I don't know how much a jar, a 2-pound jar of raw honey goes for, but I'm guessing more than a couple of bucks. So I got that. And then what kind of partner would I be to John if I did not at least try to add to his baseball and softball collection? So those all we're probably one of the last things to throw in to the lot, and hopefully John will be happy with my haul for probably between those 2 yard sales, $75. I think we did really, really well. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll keep you informed as to how I actually did in the months to come. Have an awesome day, and thanks for tuning in. And please subscribe to John's channel. Thanks. Bye.
Hey, it's John here. Just want to let you guys know that I have seen this video, and I definitely approve of its content. Beats the heck out of doing this.